It's Amy, your Gray Girlfriend, and welcome to the Gray Girlfriend's Guide to Life podcast. First, let me say that I'm so happy and grateful that you're here with me. Out of the more than 3 million podcasts available, you chose this one, so thank you. This podcast was created for high-achieving women, real women who face and conquer real challenges, real women who are ready to take their lives to the next level. Between us all, we've been through it all, and I'm here to tell you, you can thrive despite it. So whether you're commuting to or from work or doing one of the other 50,000 things you do on a weekly basis, pop in your earbuds, my friend, and let's go. Welcome to the Gray Girlfriend's Guide to Life podcast. This is Amy Blair Lawson, your host. Today's episode is entitled Humming Right Along. If your mind has been racing or your body feels tight or you've been carrying that low hum of stress all day, the kind you can't quite shake, you're not imagining it. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it was designed to do, protect you. But here's the part most people were never taught. You can gently guide it back to calm. And one of the simplest ways to do that is something you already know how to do, and that is humming. I know it sounds almost too simple and maybe even a little strange at first, but stay with me because this is one of those rare tools that sits right at the intersection of neuroscience and physiology and real-life relief. No app, no subscription, and no belief system required. Just your breath, your voice, and a nervous system that's ready to exhale. So let's talk about why humming works and why it works quickly. We're going to ground this in what's actually happening in your body. Your nervous system has two main gears, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for fight and flight, urgency and pressure. The parasympathetic is responsible for rest and repair and safety and calm. When stress builds, the sympathetic system takes over. It's like a gas pedal in your car. But for many people, it stays on far longer than it should. This is where the vagus nerve comes in. The vagus nerve is one of the most important regulators of your parasympathetic nervous system. It connects your brain to your heart, your lungs, and your gut. It plays a huge role in how safe or stressed you feel. Humming stimulates the vagus nerve through vibration. When you hum, those subtle vibrations in your throat and face and chest send signals back to your brain that say, hey, you're safe now. You can soften. A 2018 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that even a few minutes of humming increased the heart rate variability. This is one of the clearest indicators of nervous system resilience and recovery. In other words, humming doesn't just feel calming, it measurably shifts your body into a calmer state. So let's bust a myth here, and that myth is this. Humming is quote-unquote religious. It's a big myth, and it's worth addressing directly. Humming is not inherently religious. Yes, you may have seen it in practices such as chanting in yoga or meditation, or Buddhist or Hindu mantra traditions, or Sufi devotional practices. But those traditions didn't create humming. They recognized its power and incorporated it. At its core, humming is biological. It's something humans and even animals naturally do. Elephants, for example, use low-frequency humming to communicate across long distances. And modern research backs this up. A 2021 study in Scientific Reports showed that humming increases alpha brain waves, the same brain state associated with calm focus and relaxed awareness, regardless of any spiritual context. So if you've ever hesitated because humming felt tied to something outside your comfort zone, you can let that go. It's yours, fully. So embrace it. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. This is where it gets even more interesting. Humming doesn't just calm you in the moment. It creates measurable physiological shifts. For example, humming increases nitric oxide production in your sinuses up to 15 times. And why is this important? Because nitric oxide is a vasodilator. It helps open blood vessels, improves oxygen flow, and reduces inflammation, which lowers your blood pressure. And it lifts brain fog. Humming also regulates brain waves. It encourages alpha and theta brain waves, which are associated with relaxation and creativity and emotional regulation. And lastly, humming helps reduce activity in the amygdala, which is your brain's threat detector, while at the same time, it activates the prefrontal cortex, which is a center for reasoning and calm decision-making. This is why something so small can feel so profound. You're not imagining calm, you're creating it. Starting is really simple and you can do it anywhere. You don't need a perfect voice. You don't need privacy. You don't even need a full 5 minutes. So here's how you start. So I'm going to tell you what we're going to do and then we're going to do it. I want you to stand or sit comfortably and let your shoulders drop. Then I want you to inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. And then you're going to exhale a soft for as long as it feels natural. You're going to feel that vibration in your lips and your face and your chest. And then you repeat that for 5 to 10 rounds. So let's do that. You should be sitting or standing comfortably, your shoulders drop. So now we're going to inhale through our nose for 4 seconds. And then exhale. Do it again. One more time. Inhale. That's it. If it helps, set an intention. Quietly say to yourself, I'm safe, or I can soften, or I don't have to hold everything right now. This is where humming becomes really powerful. The real shift doesn't come from doing this once. It comes from remembering you can return to it. For example, you can hum in the car before walking into a situation you know will likely be stressful. Or you can hum in the kitchen at the end of a long day. Or in the quiet moments before you sleep. Or even silently under your breath when you need it the most. Over time, this builds something deeper. It builds nervous system flexibility. Your body starts to recognize the pathway back to calm more quickly. A 2020 study found that participants who practiced humming regularly saw anxiety decrease by about 20% in just 2 weeks. That's not just a moment of relief, that's a shift in baseline. And speaking of anxiety, here's a sidebar. If you want relief from anxiety, humming will provide that. But if you want to eliminate anxiety, and yes, I said eliminate it, you need RTT. So reach out. I can help. Now, back to our regularly scheduled podcast episode. We're living in a time where so many people are operating in a constant low-grade stress state. And to make matters worse, as I speak into this microphone, the United States is at war with Iran. So if you're feeling stretched or reactive or just tired in a way that sleep won't fix, your nervous system might not need more effort, it might need more safety. And humming is one small, simple, accessible way to offer that to yourself. There's no pressure to get it right. There's no expectation to feel different immediately. Just a gentle practice of returning. So with that, allow me to say this. With each hum, may you release what feels heavy. May you embrace the calm your soul knows. And may peace be with you. I'm wishing you peace and plenty of more peace. Until next time, this is Amy, your gray girlfriend. Hey, it's Amy. Did you know that what we tell ourselves about ourselves impacts every decision we make? Every decision. So if you're feeling stuck in any aspect of your life, RTT can help. Want to know more? Go to amyblairlawson.com or click on the calendar link in the show notes to schedule your complimentary 30-minute consultation. Oh, one last thing. I can't forget the legal stuff. You know what I'm talking about. The language a lawyers write that I have to read to you. Well, here it goes. This podcast is for educational and entertainment purposes only. While I am a rapid transformational therapy practitioner, a certified divorce financial analyst, and a licensed investment advisor, this podcast is not intended as a substitute for a private session or a consultation. Got it? All right. Until next time, wishing you peace and plenty of all good things.